It's been over 20 years since The Brown Bunny premiered, and it's still one of the most polarizing films around. Written, produced, directed by, and starring Vincent Gallo, it follows Bud Clay, a professional motorcycle racer traveling across America for a race. Along the way, he meets various women, searching for some kind of intimacy. Before diving into the negative press, it's worth noting that legendary filmmakers Godard and Werner Herzog praised the film. Herzog even called it the best portrayal of loneliness a man feels. So while some dismiss it as a movie about nothing, it's really a confessional drama about grief and male loneliness, subjects that are too often misunderstood. The criticism the film drew wasn't really about the work itself. Most reviewers didn't engage with it, instead recycling the same words: self-indulgent, disgusting, misogynistic. One critic, for lack of a better word, claims a certain scene in Buffalo 66 sums up Gallo's worldview.
To get ready for this film, I watched Gallo's previous film, Buffalo 66. Having watched that film, The Brown Bunny seems to make a little more sense because Gallo's worldview is out there for the audience to see.
Girls stink. They stink. They're evil. And they're all bad. All of them. They're backstabbers. Like you.
His character in Buffalo 66 is very similar to his character in The Brown Bunny, although he's got the guts to come right out and say what he's thinking.
But that ignores how Buffalo 66 ends. Billy Brown realizes he was wrong, makes amends, and changes. That's real redemption. And in The Brown Bunny, Bud is consumed by guilt over what happened to his girlfriend. The ending is about him finally facing responsibility. In both films, Gallo shows flawed men wrestling with their past, and critics twist that into misogyny while overlooking the actual character arcs. This same guy also insists Bud and Billy are the same character, which just isn't true. Billy is flamboyant, performative, almost theatrical in his masculinity. Bud is the opposite. Soft-spoken, withdrawn, moving through the film like a wounded animal. Their personalities couldn't be more different. There's a lot to love here beyond the story though. Gallo's cinematography is stunning, no surprise given his background as a painter. Many scenes look like paintings come to life. The music perfectly captures the mood too. So people don't really get it when they say the film has no plot or it doesn't have enough dialogue, because Gallo is telling us a visual story. He uses lighting, music, setting, and camera work to create atmosphere. This style lets you feel the story. If you're used to Christopher Nolan's puzzles and heavy exposition, you might not get it. In other words, Nolan wants you to solve riddles, Gallo wants you to experience emotion. But I should mention the graphic sex scene near the end. I think it could have been done differently, but I understand why it's there. It shows the emptiness of using sex to cope. It's meant to be uncomfortable. But the real climax isn't the act itself. It's Bud breaking down afterward and facing himself. After watching his movies, you realize there's a rare honesty in his work. He understands that film is a personal expression, and it's a shame that we haven't seen another feature from him since. Especially in a time when so much of cinema feels safe and mechanical and ironic. There are still a few great filmmakers working today, but we need Gallo. He made movies that didn't pander, that didn't apologize, and didn't chase trends. We need artists like that now more than ever. We need Gallo to make cinema great again.